Welcome back to Paradise Killer. We're hanging out with Grand Marshal Akiko because I figured we should finish off this little section of the game. So we hung out with her one more time. She talked about her fish for about 2 seconds, and now she's telling us something about Crimson as a reward for hanging out with her. Crimson came to her and asked her in secret to become a marshal. And that's Crimson's big thing. She really would like to be a marshal. To be honest, she'd probably like to be Akiko, but she'll settle for being a marshal.
That's strange.
Now, I think we can also hang out with Henry, but unless I missed my guess, we're going to have to hang out with him more than once, and we can't do that right now.
I have a bad feeling about this.
He's talking a little bit about the boat rides. The boat rides are actually important, and we're going to be discovering them as soon as we do a beach episode.
Sure.
My mind is like the desert.
We didn't get the best seats. I was a problem kid, and she was a single mom. But she made some friends eventually. There was this mahjong club in one of the apartments, which is actually something you can discover more about. Not in any sort of deep way, but just enough to understand that there's, you know, life here, or was until we killed them all. I just do stuff to make them laugh. Smash windows, set fire to people, whatever. That's when I got arrested a lot.
Whatever you fucking say.
I think that this is not his code. I think this is something else. Oh, I guess it is his code. Good news, you don't have to memorize that. And with that, we are officially done with this entire section. We can be completely finished with everything about this island and Henry and Akiko. And we don't need to see him again unless we feel like we're going to want to be completionist or something. Where's our run button? Is it? There it is. Been a little while since I played, so I'd forgotten the run button. It's a miserable cold out today, so I've got a little space heater running in my room. You might be able to hear it turn on and off now and then. That's something you're gonna have to put up with, I guess, but it feels nice and warm here on the island of Paradise, and that makes up for a lot. Out we go. We're back on the island, and the big island rather than the pointless little small island, and we are ready to continue our adventure. I think we're going to wander along the beach some more, but in order to do that we have to jump over this big thing in our way, so now that we're past it, let's jump off. Off we go! Hey! This is a particularly grumpy part of the beach. It's not really sand so much as soil. I don't think anybody comes here to have fun. We are definitely missing out on a bunch of stuff, but that's okay. We can pick it up later. Let's focus on doing our beach crawling. Grubby skimming runes. An old superstition says that skimming runestones into the sea is a way to ease the consequences of your actions. So you draw yourself some Norse runes on some flat stones, you throw them into the sea, and the more times they skip, the better off you'll be. That's the idea. So we're over here wandering along a particularly pointless part of the beach. You're not really supposed to just wander around on the beach like this, because the beach has specific sections that are, you know, better or worse. And some of these sections are things you'll see from the walkway, and you'll see, oh, well, there's just nothing on the beach, so you don't have to worry about it. But since we're down on the beach, we can't really see the beach very well. We're too close. But we're going to stick to the beach. We're going to do a full beach sweep because the beach is the thing we need to do in order to get the next major plot point. And it would be sad if we missed it, yeah? How's it going, Shinji? I heard that time separates passion from conspiracy.
Where?
How should I know? I can barely keep this form together. Who knows where I was drifting? How much time did this crime take? Was it opportunity or a centuries-old plan? Time's a weird thing on these islands. It was, in fact, quite a long plan, but not centuries. I guess that means it was actually quite a short plan from our point of view. Severed arm. I think this is a side quest. You can usually tell that it's a side quest related thing because it goes putwing when you pick it up. It's a particularly... Oh, this is the thing I needed to unlock on the thing I forgot to unlock. We'll go ahead and do that. It makes this particularly mysterious sound effect. And that tells you it's not just an ordinary pickup. Tropical Demolition, a tropical flavored drink full of electrolytes. Brondo, used to be called Sunset Beach, but the marketing team wanted to aim it at men. Sure. I never drink tropical punch. I only drink explosive punch, or whatever it was called. Demolition punch. The nice thing about these beaches is that there are plenty of places to hide. So you can try and... What's the duck? Duck, 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 duck. And look, see? I love stuff like that. I love these areas where there are plenty of places where you can just kind of see. There's like... You can't see around the rock, so you better, you know, walk around and see what's over there. You better hop on something and see what you can find. That sort of level exploration is pretty much my favorite thing in a game, period. And this game does it in spades. Alright, so I think we're coming up on the right part of the beach here. We'll know pretty soon. But there's plenty of loot to be grabbed before we get there. We don't want to miss some of this stuff just because it's annoying. Endless Moon. This is just the same as you see when you click on her statue. Those are the ones I don't like very much. There's nothing new to them. So this is the area just outside of the dead zone. You can tell because it's piled high with debris. Let's go ahead and start unlocking fast travel for these phones, just because it takes them off of the list when you meditate, so you don't stumble across them and get angry because you were looking for loot and you only found a phone. Pillar Flower, a standard carbonated soda drink, popular with people that enjoy sitting on their balconies trying not to look their neighbor in the eye. I have a feeling that would be a very popular drink here in Paradise. Not looking your neighbor in the eye is a national pastime here. This is actually an important building, but it's something we're not going to approach from down here. We're gonna have to approach it from a different angle. Here's a side quest guy. I think this is the vampire guy. We already have his loot, so let's talk to him.
The investigator is here.
Yeah, I got killed by a vampire.
I need to investigate this. A truth is revealed. Sure.
So the well, one thing we found out is that Shinji can see the ghosts. But another thing we found out is there's nothing important about these side quests. They are all just for establishing the tone of the game. I mean, one or two of them are important in a mechanical sense, but even they don't really have like any sort of deep meaning in terms of plot. They're just there because it's an easy way to gate content. And so it's one of those things where you'll often just, you know, the content will be, oh look, I was killed by a vampire, and you'll be like, okay, that's cool, I guess, and then you're done. And that's a really, I mean, it's a standard side questy way to do things. It's a really simple way to write them, but I'm not 100% sold on it being the best way. I've talked about this before in other games. I'm not going to say that it's a bad approach. But I'm a big fan of chains of events and stuff like that. I don't really like my one-off random stuff, because it just feels too isolated. If it's going to be a one-off random thing, just hide it behind a rock and let me go find it. If it's going to be a glowing figure on a beach, it had better be at least slightly important, right? Right? And here it is. This is what we were looking for. It should be a double whammy. Let's see if we can get both of the whammies here. Power of Goat. A soda with additives to give you an energy boost. You too can have the power of the Holy Goat. You bet. Paradise Island, 249th annual warship date with Crimson Acid competition. So this island is 250 years old, huh? I didn't realize we had a strong date on that. Find a winning ring pull on a can of Deb Nebula's app and win a date with your favorite idol. I think we can win a date. So this is actually set up with a... let's go ahead and just unlock fast travel before we move in here. Get ourselves another skin. There it is. Tropical Starlight Skin. The blue! The ocean is so blue. More blue than it has any right to be. Maybe a god lies buried beneath that sand. So this is the first thing you can find out here on the beach. The boarding point for boat trips. The sign says the boat rides were shut down by Yuri Knight a few days ago. There's no reason given. Why? Why would he shut them down early? Now the reason he shut them down early is because the boats kind of cruise around the beach here, and just over there, there's a corpse. And so Yuri Knight shut down the boat rides to keep people from seeing the corpse, and that becomes clearer and clearer as you move through the game. And of course it strongly hints that maybe Yuri Knight was the guy that offed our corpse. But where is our other... I thought it was in the same place. Oh, is it... It might be up here. Because we still have to crack the second gate. That's what I'm here for. The first time I played through the game, the second gate was the last gate I cracked. So when I actually went to investigate, I was like, oh, I've actually already solved everything. And that was kind of a, you know, a letdown. So I'd like to break them in order this time if I can. Headlights on the shore. Midnight melancholy on a desolate road. You can't beat it. Absolute loneliness. Just you and the choices you made. Make sure you get home safe. Ancient text. Loot, please. My old habits are acting up. You're obviously not supposed to go this way, but there was something to grab, so I went that way. I don't think there's anything to grab up there, but there is certainly a lot of stuff to grab along the path here. Island Sequence 19, When You Sat With Me and Looked at the Moon. Those are the kind of, those are the island sequences that don't have a lot of plot to them. So that's, yeah, here it is. This is the thing we were looking for. So in order to activate this nightmare interface, we have to crack it. And it requires Cosmos and Pyramids, which are kind of the middle two. And they're a bit of a challenge if you are trying to get it, because Pyramids is not a super easy one to find. But it's easier than Warship. I think it is. I can't remember which one is which now. One of them comes from... one of them comes from the locker of a side quest guy, and the other one comes from 10,000 drinks of soda. Activating Obelisk Star Map. Done. The answer to the second Holy Seal is revealed. This is the thing that that Lydia Daybreak, the girl with the car, was hacking. She did this same thing we're doing right now. Go to space, use the answer. See the cosmos, fear the cosmos, lust after the cosmos, embrace the cosmos, scream at the cosmos, put a gun to your head and cry at the cosmos. I think K-Hax should have massaged that text a bit before he released it. These obelisks hold the secret to getting through the second Holy Seal. Normally this requires a data key. K-Hax crafted the obelisks and the data encryption, a man of many talents. Inserting the data key handshakes with the computer and allows the users to activate the obelisks, meaning you couldn't actually get through before even if you knew the correct sequence. Good job we could break into it. This is actually a really good time to stop. because we are going to teleport.
What the hell?
Oh, Yuri actually did this as well. That's right. Yuri and Lydia both went through the second seal at some
Sure.
point. This is a really good time for us to stop this episode. It's been 15 minutes.
That's weird.
And yeah, that was Lydia. And we're about to teleport to space. What? We didn't teleport to space? I can't believe it. Why did I get the option to teleport to space the first time I played? Well, we're still going to stop. Next episode, we'll finish off our little beach tour. And then maybe we'll go to space.